In a small vibrant village lived a young woman named Agma. She was admired by all for her extraordinary beauty. Her skin, dark and radiant, her eyes shimmering with warmth, and her smile bright enough to light up the darkest of days. But despite her remarkable appearance, Agma remained humble, known for her kindness and gentle spirit, yet, not all in the village were charmed by her innocence. In the shadows, 3 girls, Nkechi, Amora, and Bola, watched Agma with growing jealousy. While the villagers adored her, they couldn't stand the attention she received. They were used to being admired, but Agma's grace overshadowed them all. The jealousy grew every day, until it boiled over. Nkechi, the eldest and most outspoken, couldn't tolerate the thought of Agma stealing her spotlight. She thinks she's better than us just because she's pretty, Nkechi would sneer under her breath. Amora and Bola, though quieter, were no less jealous. And together, they began to weave a web of mockery, spreading rumors and isolating Agma from the other villagers.
As the grand palace dance approached, the king announced a celebration to honor the royal festival. The prince, it was said, would choose his bride from among the village girls. Agma, with her unmatched beauty, was a likely contender, but for Nkechi, Amora, and Bola, this was the final straw. Their jealousy reached a new height. They knew they had to act fast if they wanted to prevent Agma from stealing the prince's heart. In a twisted turn, the girls approached Agma, pretending to be her friends. They invited her to spend the day with them, speaking sweet words and offering their help in preparations for the dance. "You deserve to shine brighter than anyone else," they said, feigning admiration. Trusting their kindness, Agma agreed, unaware of the trap that lay ahead. The next day, the girls led Agma into the dense forest, offering her a shortcut to the festival. But deep within the woods, a hidden pit awaited. With a swift motion, they pushed Agma into the pit, watching as she fell, her cries echoing in the distance. "Now she'll never make it to the dance," said Nkechi, a cold smile on her lips. They left Agma behind, thinking their plan had succeeded, unaware of the fate that awaited them.
Agma lay in the pit, bruised but alive. The hours passed, and her strength began to fade. But just as hope seemed lost, a figure emerged from the shadows. Dinta, a strong and determined hunter, had heard her cries. With a rope in hand, Dinta pulled Agma from the pit, his face full of concern. "What happened to you, young one?" he asked, his voice calm but firm. Agma, her heart racing, told him the story of the betrayal she had suffered at the hands of her supposed friends. Dinta, outraged, promised to help her get to safety. He carried her back to the village, where her parents waited anxiously. Word of Agma's ordeal quickly reached the king, and he called for an immediate trial of the 3 girls. They were summoned to stand before him, their hearts filled with shame as the truth of their betrayal was revealed. The king, wise and just, made his decision. "Your jealousy has no place in this village," he decreed. "You will be exiled, stripped of all privileges, and cast out from this land." The villagers watched as the 3 girls were led away, their heads hung low in shame, and then, the prince, who had been silently observing Agma throughout the trial, stepped forward. He had witnessed her strength, her beauty, and her unwavering kindness. He knew, in that moment, that she was the one he had been waiting for. "Agma, you are the one I choose. You've proven your worth in ways that go beyond beauty. Will you be my bride?" The village rejoiced as Agma's destiny unfolded before her. The prince had chosen her, not just for her beauty, but for her strength of character. The jealous girls, now exiled, would be forgotten, but Agma's legacy would live on. The prince and Agma, hand in hand, set off toward a future filled with love, joy, and the triumph of goodness over envy.